A few moments then. Just want to check that you guys can actually hear what's actually in the game. All right, so I think, just correct me if I'm wrong, but now I think you guys can hear what's going on in the game. So welcome everyone, welcome. If you don't mind, do share around the stream going on because I haven't done so yet on my side, but just give me a few moments while we're waiting for the lobby being set up. But then again, thank you everyone for coming by. We are here tonight for round 3 of the Ramadan TIBA series 2024, and we'll be going to Daytona in a bit. So we've already gone through a very festive 2 rounds with many kinds of people coming in, and I'm pretty sure there's more people who wants to join into the race as well. So just give me a few moments as we are about to set the lobby out and me just getting the word around. But till then, make yourself comfortable, and I'll be with you guys just a little bit shortly. So that's one part, that's one there, that's one there, that's one there, and I'll just put one there as well. And then just gonna put one more in a few Discord servers, and we'll be good. All right, so it's like we are about to go. Oh yeah, maybe the reason I couldn't hear anything is because due to the outputs. Then it's already good here, so I'm not sure what. Is it this one? All right. Technically speaking, you guys are be able to hear it. So nevertheless, looks like we are about to open the lobby. So tonight we'll be going to Daytona. So for round 3. So for those of you who are interested to come by and want to race, we're about to open up the lobby real soon. So for today, like I said, Daytona, there will be a different set of regulations where we'll be using only 2 compounds of tires, racing hards and racing mediums. No, it's not prohibited. You can choose any car you want, Zain, Isham. Anyway, thanks for the sub. But unfortunately, due to the current update and the DOP changes, there will be one car that will be banned, which is the Ford GT LM Spec 2 test car, because that was too bonkers to be played as of right now. So allow me to just make a few adjustments on the lobby title and a few adjustments on the race regulations. There we go. And then just put a tag there. No. There you go. All right. So there you go, Daytona for 30 minutes with these weather settings, rolling start, and also we're gonna put mechanical damage at lights. So this will be the TIBA 7.2. Oh, I think I made a mistake on the what was it again, on thumbnail, but I hope you guys apologize me for that, but you guys can get around it. And this will be the tire compounds available. So without further ado, let's open the room. So because I kind of like make a mistake on the thumbnail, I'll just give you guys a heads up. So basically, this race will be a one stopper with about probably half the race allocated to, half of the race allocated to mediums, and the rest will be just to complete it on softs. I couldn't. It's weird. I thought I can hear things on my headphone right now. I think my output is a bit different. I see this one. Yes. Nope. It's not that one. No, it's not that one. It's not that one. I don't know why. For some reason, I couldn't really hear anything on my headset right now. So this might come across as a bit too loud for you guys. And then there we go. That's the first person, Zainisham. Ice Bear coming into the lobby. Welcome. As you get yourselves comfortable, I'm just gonna make a quick check on my audio output because it doesn't seem to be able to hear right now. So just give me a few moments. Yeah, that's weird. I should be able to hear, but I don't know why I can't hear anything at the moment. You guys can hear everything on the stream, right? Hopefully. So it's a good thing you guys, I can hear the stream, but for some reason on the OBS, I can't hear it through for some reason, but guess that's, guess never mind about that, I guess. Well, I'm just gonna go with intuition and hopefully you guys could hear alright, but if there's any problem with the stream, game audio tak ada. Because right now I don't have the, there you go. I don't have the music on, so let me just do a quick check. If there's any problem with the stream, game audio tak ada. Because right now I don't have the, Alright, so game music should be okay. I just need to make it a bit louder, I guess. And yeah, there we go. And apart from that, for now, I'm just gonna turn off the music menu because it will be disturbing the stream for a few bits. So here we are at Daytona. Group 3, any car is open except for one car, which is the what was it again? The Ford GT LM Spec 2 car. So this is the only car banned. All right, so no one will be using for this for now because this car is bonkers. But apart from that, you are free to choose any car. Sorry about that, I had the microphone there. So if you want to use the Ford GT LM Spec 2 race car, then you can use it as well, but not this one in particular because it's on steroids. So right now we're about to wait for a few more people to come and join in. Again, if you have any other friends who wants to join in as well, then do just roger them up and you are free to come in. So on the track we have already into the lobby Evil Gunners, Ice Bear, my new friend Keely Sun 29, whom I just met I think a few days ago when we were breaking our fast. Nice to meet you. He has a very good story where he was one of the people who were able to attend the Attack Tsukuba for this year, which happened I think just before Ramadan. So really he shared a lot of stuff there in terms of his photographs and some of the videos he catches, and even he himself got to say that the C6 Corvette was definitely bonkers around Tsukuba in terms of the sound and in terms of the overall speed of that car. So really good sharing session with Kiri-san during our fast breaking the other day. So for today, looks like he'll be rocking the Nissan GTR 2018. So it's a difficult car to truly be fast because this car, it has a relatively soft suspension setup, um, and for some reason it's going down the inside here, which is probably not the right track, but never mind. So you really need to compress, really lean on the car to truly exploit the performance, the cornering abilities of the car. Next up, we have Evil Gunners or Ayman RB, rocking in the Alfa Romeo, not being seen right now because it's being blocked by the humongous GTR that it is. Looks like a very simple livery with, I think that was some British green there, and also with, I think this is reminiscent of either the Lotus livery or a let's see, it is a Lotus livery of some sort, right? No, it's a Proton livery. Oh, okay. So Proton with the Lotus. I forgot which car was it, but I'm pretty sure I might recall it, or it might even be one of the F1 Lotus teams livery. We have Ice Bear out of the pits using the Ferrari. Interesting choice. Around here, although the tire wear is at 7 times, but it shouldn't be too much a problem. As this is more of a straight, a high speed, low drag circuit. So it'll be interesting to see how Ice Bear managed to survive the whole race on slightly worn tires, but we'll see. And after a long time, we have here Pasilla SV. I think one of the last times we've seen him was I think one of Mior's races, Seliko 2. So it's been some time since I've seen you, Pasilla. It's good to be having you for here tonight. Looks like he's using a alternate version of the Nissan GTR. I think this is the movie version, the Gran Turismo movie livery, but in the alternate black livery. It's either that or this car is actually the let's see, Satyo Saga. I think this just might be the GTR they used to conquer the mountain, the battles 12 hours, but I might be wrong. So I'm not sure which. Hello there, Saeed. Thank you for the sub. And yes, Ramadan Mubarak. I hope you have a blessed Ramadan as well. You observe it steadfast, and hopefully your current Ramadan is better than the previous one. And hopefully your what was it again? All your in Malay it's called amalan, but I hope in English all your prayers will be accepted by Allah Subhanahu wa Taala. Now we have another person here, Yurix Hiksu. Yurix Hiksu, I think I pronounced it right. So a new person, another American for this race, using the Audi R8 LMS Evo, I'm assuming. Yes, the front end seems to be much more sharp in nature, so it is the Evo version. The standard R8 LMS seems to be a bit flat in terms of the front bumper skirtings and all that, but this one looks a bit sharp. So Eurexo using the R8 LMS Evo. Another one for today, we have Jamhuri in yet again his Corvette C7. So this car does have a bit of a bump in terms of balance of performance and is doing relatively quite well against some other cars, but personally for me it is difficult to truly exploit it because this car is understeery by nature and there's real little room for suspension travel. But if you're able to truly lean on the car and push it to its absolute limits of grip, then this can be one of the fastest cars in the game. It's not evident yet in the Asia region, but if you go over to the EMEA side of things and just join a few of their daily races, one of the guys, they drive really fast in a Corvette C7 up against the McLaren. They can literally fight, so it's scary when the right people get their hands onto the car of their choice, and especially the Corvette. Another one is Jipang Manjare. He's not out of the pits now, but he's using the Alfa Romeo 4C, so one of his personal favorite cars in the game. And it's been a long time since Jipang Manjare joined the Gran Turismo hemisphere, since he has a few of some equipment problems, and now he has had it in hand, and right now he's using it to do a comeback race here at Daytona International Speedway. So now it's about 10:26, so we'll be starting. Since I think I bit a bit late just now, I'm gonna give it 10:35 we start. So we just gotta put a roger here. Let's see, you gotta put, where's the dash? The dash right here. 35. start qualifying. There you go. Right, so let's talk about Daytona. So Daytona International Speedway is a high-speed circuit. Yeah, equipment problem. So it's a high-speed circuit where if you play, not really play, it's more, yeah, it's kind of like Le Mans in terms of your setup needs to be very low drag with just enough grip so that your infield isn't too compromised. So in GT7, uh, sometimes the right car doesn't not the fastest car might not be necessarily the choice, depending on the what was it again, the conditions or the requirements of the race. For example, this race it's kind of lacks a bit in terms of fuel requirement. So you can definitely choose the fastest cars. You might need to take care of your tire degradation, but I think that's more of a secondary issue compared to its fuel requirement. Because one of the races we had during the manufacturer exhibition seasons here in Daytona was it does hamper a bit for those who are definitely super fast in terms of fuel consumption. Because at that point during that race, the fuel consumption was super high. So some cars, in this case the Ford GT LM Spec 2 and also the what was it, the other gun, the Peugeot VGT, those cars are definitely fast, one of the, if not the fastest in a single lap, but in terms of pace they will suffer because those two cars had to have fuel management throughout the race, and they kind of like drop back to the back. So in that instance, the Supra at that point of time was the fastest car because it had good top speed, it has good fuel consumption management, and was able to pull away relatively good. Hello there, Danesh. Will you be joining in as well? There's still a few spots left. I hear you want to join in as well. So another person that just joined in, which is Chitpaw. Welcome, Chitpaw, after some time. So yeah, but then again, that was in a few updates ago. With the current balance of performance, I'm not too sure whether the same cars will be performing as well. Because barring from the Ford GT, what were the other two cars? Barring from the Ford GT, the Peugeot VGT, and also the Supra, almost all other, not all other cars, the other meta cars per se are relatively similar in performance. I remember really battling side by side with my Renault RS01, I think, at that time. Or was it a Mazda? I think it was a Mazda. No, I think it was a Renault. So with my Renault, I was really battling hard with with a Porsche and with an Alpha. The Alpha was leading the pack, by the way, at that point. But the Alpha had better straight line. What was that again? Yeah, so the Alpha had better straight line, just that in the infield it's a bit slow in terms of performance. But yeah, the Alpha was quite good. I'm not sure about this time around. The BOP did hit the Alpha quite bad, but we'll see. Let's see. Is there anyone else? There's Jipang coming out of the pits. Chip Paw yet to get out of the pits. I see. Looks like Danish has a bit of coaching. Alright, so 4 minutes away. We got a good turnout for tonight. So thank you everyone for joining in as well. So fastest lap currently being held by official Jamhuri with his Corvette as he takes himself into the grass, I think, just now. But I'm pretty sure Evil Gunners will be a good contention for P1 together with Jamhuri. I have no doubt. Yeah, I have no doubt that Evil Gunners will be up there battling with official Jamhuri. Saeed, I saw you with a GR86 on Twitter. Is it your car? I'm not sure which GR86 were you looking at, Saeed, because I couldn't really recall. The previous tweet that I had was more of me announcing my AI in the game but I haven't really touched a GR86 in the game in a while, and I don't even have a GR86 to be honest. Side by side, down the first banking between Ilvaganus and Kili-san or Koyu in his first name. Sorry, his real name. No, I don't have a GR86 Saeed. Although I did tweet, I think just before Ramadan, which is more about 1 month ago, that I was in search for a GT86, not a GR. So it was a blue, the one I saw in one of the car lots, a second-hand car lot at the time was a blue Subaru BRZ. I think it was a 2018, 2019 model. So yeah, I'm really hoping to get one soon, but we'll see. Not soon, as in the nearest few days, maybe in a few weeks. But if there's risk, then hopefully I could get a GT86. But we'll see. If I do, then I'll make an announcement at that point in time. So we have now at 10:33. So just gonna notify all the drivers. 3 minutes to go. And we'll be off to another round of Ramadan TIBA. Inshallah, inshallah. Right, so fastest lap goes to Evil Gunners in the Alfa Romeo with the Lotus F1 inspired livery with a 146.4. So very quick. But not too far behind, we have Official Jamhuri in the Corvette. So this will be an interesting battle between an Italian mark and the all-American muscle right here. Basilas, I think he's in the GTR, clocking in with the 47.5, respectable. Simon Fang, maintaining with his Porsche, so this will be interesting to see how he can cope with the Porsche around here. Porsche is, I think it's a bit lackluster in terms of top speed, but its fifth gear does feel quite good. And I spare down here 1.8 seconds off the lead, but I'm not sure that time was set in his hard tires on mediums, but we'll see how he performs in the race. Kai-san looks like he seems to be getting to grips with the conditions of the track and the car. And Chip Paw yet to set a time, I think, with his Mazda RX Vision. There you go, Chip Paw with his KBC Ribery. And we have the French, another French coming in, Nick777, or his ID Muad Dib 723. Not yet out of track, so we can't really see what livery he's rocking here. So 2 more minutes. Any last comers who wants to join in, then welcome. This is your chance to do so. So Evil Gunners extending his times from Jamhuri by close to 0.4 seconds. And looks like he's gaining a bit more pace as we observe. So let's see how he does it in the cockpit. Very smooth turning by Evil Gunners there. There you go. Very smooth delivery. And now he's up from his personal best by 0.1. So he could be in it to win it with a 1 minute 45 this lap. The Alpha does seem to retain good top speed, and like he gains more time back here as well. Although he does seems to be just slightly conservative. Actually, that's quite okay through the bus stop there. Just catches the curve, go to the grass just a little bit, cutting here and there just so he won't spin his car. And he's about to top around 260, 270. Let's see what time Ilvaganus will be doing here. I think it's a 45.8. So 45.7. Very quick indeed from Ilvaganus. Will anyone else amount to another challenge? There's Official Jamhuri chilling at turn 1. I think it was with a Ferrari off. Ice Bear. Looks like everyone is huddled up in turn 1 there as well. And Jipang Majuri rocking the default Alpha livery. Alright. So with that being said, the clock has struck 10:36. And hope everyone is ready for another round of Ramadan TIBA here at Daytona International Speedway. Let's go. Now, some say Daytona has rain. Some. I won't say all, but some. So here we have qualifying for Daytona. And everyone is coming out of the pits as we are speaking. First one out of the pits. Looks like that will be Ice Bear with the Ferrari. Interesting choice of him to choose a Ferrari. It could be done, I guess, but yeah. I'm just a bit concerned of its top speed. Hopefully it doesn't suffer too much so that it can definitely, you know, get a good time or have a good, what was it again? Good sector 1 here. Meanwhile, in second place, coming on the pits, is, let's see, that's Kylie Sun, followed by Ilvaganus. Let's see, Saeed. I saw your name on the game, so that's how I found you. Well, thank you, man. I myself feel that I feel really glad that finally I was able to get into the game, representing Malaysia in the Nations Cup. So it feels good to be able to not just having my name there, but it's two things. Number one is to have more the Malaysian driver AI in the game as a form of representation. But secondly, is just I just like to see my father's name in the game. So Suji, that is not my one of part of my first name. It is my father's name. So just some sort of like tribute to my dad after all this time. Right. So we have Ice Bear starting his lap. No toe indeed. And here in Daytona, in the setting sun, Ice Bear will be the first one to cross the line and set his first flying lap. Looks like he tops out about 271, which is not too bad. I think the Ferrari has what it takes to be relatively quick around here. So Ice Bear into turn 1, going quite wide there. That's not really the kind of line you want to be taking. But Ice Bear proceeds into the infield. Goes a bit narrow on the entry there, but will he get out relatively smooth? Touches the curb and goes quite wide to carry as much momentum as possible. That's a 29.6 in sector 1, so can definitely be better, but we'll proceed. Ice Bear coming into the end of the infield, goes very, very wide there, so definitely losing time there. He might need to improve on the next lap and also going to the grass there, so another attack for Ice Bear indeed. So coming onto the back straight, just didn't really touch that curb on the inside, as there seems to be drama between a few people there, and the American has already left the lobby. So Ice Bear coming onto the banking here and onto the bus stop chicane. So a few more people trying to come in, but unfortunately the race has started, but so never mind. So quite early braking there, as he seems to be trail throttling, if that's even a term. Trail throttling into the bus stop chicane, and proceeds to carry as much momentum to the final corner and to the finishing line as possible. So here we have Ice Bear using the, let's see, I'm not sure if there's even, I think this is AF Corsa. I think AF Corsa does rock this livery, but I might be wrong. So Ice Bear, first one out to do a 48.6. Still more time to be improved. We'll see how that spans out. Kili-san and Chip Paul, for some reason, got entangled with each other. And this does not seem to be a good place for either of them. As now Chip Paul goes faster with the 47.1. So Chip Paul definitely has it in him to claim pole position. Ilvaganus drops back a bit with Simon Fang crossing the line with a 49.4. So more time to be found by Simon Fang. Apart from that, there's a lot more other drivers who said, oh, Pasilas SV on a flyer here. He's currently purple into the bus stop chicane. Let's see how he does it. Easy, nice, and does it through him. Can definitely carry a bit more, but it's not too bad. But look at that, Jamhuri in the wake. Pasila currently seems to be on point for a 46, but let's see what Jamhuri has to say. It's like Jamhuri is thinking about the inside and overtakes Pasila's SV onto the finishing line. And Pasila seems to be dropped back a bit. And I think because he let Jamhuri through, he lost the momentum to do the pole position lap for now. But it looks like he has a plan in mind for a 46. Meanwhile, we have here Jipang Manjerit coming into turn, I think it's 4 here, because a lot of twists after turn 1 there. But Jipang Manjerit seems to have Jamhuri behind him incoming. So let's see. I think he has enough gap to avoid any, blockages, but it seems to be good. Ice Bat improves to 47.9, slightly wide there for Jipang Manjerit. Meanwhile, we have Jamhuri here going ahead of what was it again behind him. As right now, fastest lap goes to Evil Gunners with a 46.391. So very quick indeed from the Alpha driver. Does Jamhuri have anything to say against the stupendous lap from Evil Gunners? Doesn't seem to be on the flyer. It's not on purple, so he might not make it to pole position. And now he has one more person of company, Jipang Manjerit, up ahead. So let's see what Jipang Manjerit will do. Probably after crossing the line, he'll let him through. But Jipang does go on a white line, so I'm not sure about that one. Let's see what Jamhuri will have to do for his qualifying lap. 3, 4, 5. So not enough. Just a 46.6 from official Jamhuri. So it doesn't necessarily improve. But right now, the man on the top of the scoreboard, Evil Gunners. So he's taking it easy for this lap. But for now, his lap does seems to be pretty good for pole position. With 3 minutes to go, I think it will probably be a 3-way battle or even 4-way battle. 5-way if Simon Fan can improve on his lap time. Pasila SV with a GTR and Chip Paul very good in the Mazda to do a 47.1. Will there be an improvement for this lap? Not yet. Meanwhile, Evil Gunners just passed the bus stop. As you can see, the rear tires are already slightly worn after 4 laps. So this will be an indication as to how they will strategize for the next race. Simon Fang improves to 46.8. And Evil Gunners will attempt one more lap around Daytona. The second last time, since we have 2 minutes to go. Here we have Jamhuri going through the bus stop. Goes quite clean there as Pasila seems to lose it just a bit. And Jamhuri improves by 0.1. Will the Corvette have better top end speed than the Alpha? The Alpha did about 273, I think so, if I'm not mistaken. But the Corvette does seem to have good top end speed. So the car might be able to just scratch a bit more time here. And yes, he does. Jamhuri snatches pole position by 0.09 of a second, stealing away from Evil Gunners with more laps to spare. That's like Kylie-san here, still at the back with 1 minute 51, just behind Jipang Manjerit, and doesn't seem to be improving. Jipang following in the train of Pasila SV. And Ice Bear coming out the final point in here as well. The Chip Paw here, will he improve on his time? Can he sneak into the 46 as well? Yes, he does. With a 46.6, he climbs up into third position. Very respectable time from Chip Paul indeed. Let's see who else. We have Simon Fang here in the Porsche. So he doesn't improve. And one more lap to go from him. Kylie-san does not improve as well. And looks like Evil Gunners takes back pole position with the even faster time with a 46.168. So does Jamhuri have anything to say against this threat from Evil Gunners? Is he on a personal best this time round? He goes a bit wide onto the gravel. He is on the flyer. Will this be another improvement from Jamhuri to beat Evil Gunners for pole position? This will definitely be the lap Jamhuri will be betting on to grab that final few milliseconds to get pole position. Will the American mark make it? Yes, he does. Jamhuri takes pole position by a mere 600ths of a second against Evil Gunners. Splendid performance from Jamhuri. Meanwhile, Chick Paul as well, completing his final lap into the bus stop chicane. His tire seems to be much more well off than Evil Gunners, I think. Because the Mazda is relatively even, although the rears do get a bit worn out. And here we have Simon Fang improving as well from a 46.8. Can he beat Chip Paul to third position? Seems like his times do say so. And Ice Bear improves to a 47.5. Very good from Ice Bear there. Checker flag is out. Will Simon Fang improve? Yes, he does, but not enough to steal third position by a mere 500ths of a second. So there'll be a few sets of battles between these drivers with very close timings from all of them. Pole position is taken by official Jamhuri with a 46.105. Coming in second, Evil Gunners with a 168. So very close indeed. So it's all about who is the better driver here and who will better outsmart each other. Looks like both of them, in terms of driver and car, have their own perks and features. The Alpha seems to be more of a handling car, so it might have a better advantage to Sector 1 and maybe to the bus stop. So let's see how Evil Gunners exploit that. Second row of the grid, very close indeed between Chip Paul and Simon Fang. With a 670 and a 726 from Chip Paul and Simon Fang respectively. Very close indeed. This will be a battle to look out for. In the third row of the grid, we have Pasila SV and so Ice Bear. Relatively close, about 0.2 apart from each other. So this will be another battle to watch out. Running out the grid, we have Jipa Manjure in the 4C and so Kylie-san in the GTR. So right now, it looks like all drivers are set to go. It's time to flag off. So this is interesting. The Corvette does have good top end speed, but I have confidence that there'll be a good battle between the top two, the battle for third, and the battle for fifth. So this will be very interesting to see how things will transpire. So we're on board with Evil Gunners here, so that we can have a good, possibly a good view of how the race will span out into turn 1. So Evil Gunners here in second position. Apologies, I think we need to restart. Because the top two seems to have run away into the distance. So apologies for that. Let me just crop again. It's like the game has a bit of a brain fart just now, so hopefully I apologize for that. So we'll just reset the grid. We'll just do it like so. Sorry, I forgot. There's one more thing we need to change, which is this set by host. Sorry about that. Just one more. All right. So just a confirmation. Let's take a look at the. There you go. Let me just screenshot that real quick so that we have a reference. Let's see. So we have Jamhuri, Ilvaganus, Chippo, and Simon Fang. Okay, so again, Jamhuri, Ilvaganus, Chippo, and Simon Fang. I think I got it right. And then Pasila, Ice Bear, Jipang, and Kalisan. Ice Bear behind Pasilas. And then Jipang and Kylie-san. And then we have a new person, Jimmy. I think that's about right. So, Official Jamari, Evil Gunners, Chip Paul, Simon Fang, Pasila SV, Ice Bear, Jipang in 7, and Kylie-san. And Jimmy. Okay, got it. Alright, apologies for that. The game had a brain fart just now. The top two were able to run away into the distance while the rest are stuck in neutral, per se. And hopefully this time around, there should be no error. Hopefully. Alright, so all good. There you go. So we have here official Jamhuri in first place with Evil Gunners in second. Third is Chip Paul and Simon Fang in fourth. And the green lights, it's a go. Let's see how things will transpire into turn number 1 here. So Jamhuri into turn 1. All clean so far. It's already side-by-side action here. Ice Bear in 6th position, climbs up. No, he maintains 6th position. As Jipang tries to go down inside, but couldn't really make it work. A bit of a love tap there from Jimmy Johnsford, and he spins himself into the grass. Meanwhile, official Jamboree makes a break for it in P1 with Evil Gunners already on the track from Chip Paul. But Chip Paul has a really good agenda on what he's going to do here. Is he on the same compound of tires though? No, he's not. He's on the racing mediums. So this will be an interesting evolution for the race, since we have a person at the back with a softer compound or tire trying to break it through the front. But unfortunately, this is Daytona, where top speed will play an essence, whatever tire that you are on. So already a battle for third position, and both of these drivers are on racing mediums. So let's see who is the more braver into the bus stop chicane. Mazda versus Porsche. And let's say Chip Paul backs out for now, playing the long game here, although he does back out a bit too much. Meanwhile, Chippa is still within the slipstream. Simon Fang goes around the outside. He will lose the slipstream though, so he probably need to slot back in behind the Mazda. And we have Pasilla SV also at the back there, trying to join in as well. Racing mediums as well. So we have two different kinds of people here. We have those who are running the racing mediums, but unfortunately for them, they seem to be battling a bit too hard. So in order to truly leverage the performance of the softer compound tire, they really need to at least cooperate now and try to overtake the two other gentlemen up ahead there who are on the racing hards. Although they have about 0.6 of a pace difference in terms of qualifying, but that does not mean that they are ultimately safe, because those racing mediums do have a significant impact around the infield here and also to the bus stop. So it's like Chippa has finally caught up to the back of Evil Gunners. Evil Gunner made a mistake there, I think, just now, going slightly wide onto that long right hairpin, and it's now already on the track from Chippa and also Pasilla SV. Simon Fan drops back a bit by one position. Now let's see what Chippa has wants to do right here, because right now, technically speaking, he cannot really do anything, as there's already a side-by-side battle for P4 between Pasilla SV and Simon Fang. Simon Fang looks like he seems to be more confident and has more pace in his Porsche, but doesn't seem to be able to properly overtake just yet, as both of them go side by side into the bus stop. Very respectable, a bit of a love tap, but Simon Fang was able to make it work around the outside and takes fourth position. Meanwhile, Chippa, side by side with Evil Gunners, goes around the outside, but like I said, the slipstream effect is very strong around here. So good job by Jamhuri to maintain first position. But here we have Chippa and Evil Gunners. Will they try to do anything around here? Official Jamhuri side by side with Evil Gunners. Official Jamhuri goes down the inside, pushes Evil Gunners quite wide there, and I think he has dirty tires right there. And now Chippa slots in as well to take second position. After that commotion into turn 1, Chippa upgrades himself from P3 into P2. A bit of a tap on Jamhuri. So like I said, this is where Chippa will definitely throw a spanner into the mix with his softer set of tires. This will definitely pressure both official Jamhuri and Evil Gunners to do something on their hard tires. Will they defend? Will they just let him go and just focus on their own pace? It will be interesting, because those tires are definitely faster in the corners, but in the straights, it is top seat is the only thing that matters. So here we have Evil Gunners coming back on Chippa. This will be an interesting development between the top three. Yuriko Zukata say give support to Evil Gunners with "Come on Evil Gunners." So big crowds of support here for the Alfa Romeo driver, as Chippa with Evil Gunners joining with official Jamhuri as well. Chippa goes down the inside and takes P1, as P4 and P5 are joining into the mix as well. This is a very lovely train here we are looking. But then Chippa will be under threat here, because it's going to be a long straight into turn 1. So not only official Jamhuri, but Evil Gunners will definitely come in as well and pressure Chippa. What will Chippa here do? He seems to be sticking it down the middle, slightly opening the inside, but closes it again. And now Jamhuri is side by side with Evil Gunners into turn 1. Evil Gunners breaks a bit late there, and Jamhuri goes slightly wide. Unfortunately, no one takes advantage of any other. Evil Gunners goes onto grass there and now has his tires dirty. And that allows for Simon Fang to close up on him. Will he be able to make it work? Yes, he does. Evil Gunners gets up into third position. And I doubt Evil Gunner's tires are still clean from that one. He still needs to defend Pasilla SV in his GTR. Pasilla SV going down the inside. That lack of grip from Evil Gunners definitely puts him off the rails. And not only that, but the rest are using the racing mediums. So definitely there's not much he could do there other than just hope that he doesn't get his times, doesn't really get mitigated from all that. So Again, it's all about the long game here. But that being said, with the hard tire runners between Official Jamhuri and Evil Gunners, Official Jamhuri seems to have the upper hand here, as he is still up ahead. But that being said, he already lost the slipstream from Chick Paw, and now he is in the clutches of Simon Fang and Pasilla SV. As you can see, Simon Fang does really well to the bus stop here, carrying more speed than Official Jamhuri. But then again, he cannot really truly exploit the grip yet, as the Porsche has slightly underwhelming top speed compared to the Corvettes. So Simon Fang maybe could do something here. But let's check it. Will he be able to outbreak Official Jamhuri? So far, no. He does get close though. But then the gap opens up again. Evil Gunners going to the pits very early. Looks like his plan is to use mediums for, let's see, 23 minutes. So that's quite a long stint on the mediums. But let's see if Evil Gunners can make it work. Jipang Majori here at the very back. Looks like he got himself tangled in some sort of collision. And he'll be just strolling his way throughout the race. Simon Fang already made a move on Official Jamhuri. He lost out pace, and now he is definitely feeling it. Simon Fang goes up into second position. Right now, another one that's about to come into the works. Pasilla SV, I'm not sure what happened to Jamhuri there, whether he really goes wide or he deliberately... Oh no, what happened to Simon Fang? He lost it. He lost it coming out the left-hander. He was being too aggressive on the throttle. And not only does he drop places, he gets himself a half-second penalty. What the development here from Simon Fang. Unfortunately for him, he is definitely going to feel the ire of that mistake as well as that half-second penalty. Meanwhile, the battle for second is still on between Official Jamhuri and also Pasilla SV. Very good turnout here and very good performance between these two drivers. Jamhuri, the pole position man, currently only losing out 2.6 seconds to Chick Paw after 5 laps of racing. So hopefully that what was it again? The tire deficit or the tire difference when he comes into the mediums will pay dividends. But that will be difficult to say for now, as he is under threat from Pasilla SV. So if he makes even the smallest of mistakes, Pasilla SV with his racing mediums will definitely swoop in and take second position. Simon Fang, after serving his penalty, drops down into 5th position. So very, very painful penalty for him. Not only losing ground, but losing position. And to now Ice Bear. A battle between two different European marques, the Ferrari and the Porsche. Simon Fang has a look down the inside. Ice Bear going wide and almost loses it. Catches it, but that allows for Simon Fang to gain 1 position. Simon Fang got his Porsche under control. Ice Bear with the racing hearts, understandable. That's why he lost it. But the hearts can be quite difficult to master, as they are really, really tough to truly get the grips on. Side by side into the bus stop we see here between Pasilla SV and also Official Jamhuri. If I'm not mistaken, the GTR does lack a bit in terms of top speed compared to the Corvette. Not necessarily because of the power though, it's just the gear ratios on the GTR is a bit cumbersome, as Jamhuri takes up half a second penalty and he will serve it this lap. This will definitely drop him back to 3rd position and allows Pasilla SV to now run away and focus more on his pace. Beside Jamhuri, still within slipstream range, but that will definitely soon dissipate in a few moments. There we go. So Jamhuri already is quite far ahead. I think the audio is a bit loud. Let me just turn down just a little bit. There you go. I think this should be good enough. Now that the race is slightly stabilized, and Simon Fang already gained a position, right now the fastest man on track is none other than Evil Gunners, clocking in with a 46.3. Watch the gap now. He is currently 22 seconds off the leader. Will his strategy work? Will this undercut not only overtake Ship Paul, but potentially official Jamhuri as well? He seems to be confident in his car, and again, despite being on TIBA 7, which is actually quite heavy and under normal circumstances, but this is Daytona, where there's a lot of straights and the corners don't necessarily take too much pressure on the tires. So the tire wear isn't as astounding as you might think. So Evil Gunners, possibly with this undercut, can definitely gain back to first position here, but we'll see. Meanwhile, we have Jamhuri into the pits already. 65 liters of fuel, definitely enough to last till the end of the race. Changing from the racing hards to the racing mediums. The question is, where will Jamhuri pop out in contrast to Evil Gunners? Evil Gunners running up turn 1, and we have yet to see official Jamhuri coming out of the pits. He's only just entered the pits. This is a very big development indeed. Looks like official Jamhuri has definitely lost a lot of ground to Evil Gunners, and currently Evil Gunners is comfortably, how many seconds is that? 7 seconds, 8 seconds, 8 seconds ahead of official Jamhuri. So big development here, as Evil Gunners is now under battling with Jimmy Johns for some reason. He hasn't pitted yet, the American, so this is not really a battle that he should be battling, but I mean, everyone's their own game, I guess. Hopefully, they will resolve quite quickly that as to not bring each other down. Already a lot of time lost by Evil Gunners here against the American, so he might need to be just a little bit more aggressive to make his agenda known. Evil Gunners goes around the outside against the American. For now, he is 5th, but is enough to go around the outside on bus stop? Yes, he does. And Evil Gunners dispatches a back marker to try and catch up first position. Alright, now that the race has settled down a little bit, and looks like you can see here, Jamhuri is quite far off from Evil Gunners. And let's see, Ice Bear into the pits with Racing Hearts. Top 3 right now are running the Racing Mediums. So Ice Bear is now turning in to change from his Racing Hearts to the Mediums. But I gotta say, despite being on Racing Hearts, look at the tire wear, look at the rear right there. The Ferrari really does hit the rear right really badly compared to other tires. I didn't expect the Ferrari to be this bad on tire wear still. And this is only just Daytona. Imagine being on other tracks. And now Ice Bear behind official Jamhuri by close to 8 seconds. Alright, so now that the race has settled down, ladies and gentlemen, I think we can have a little bit of conversation as to what's going on, not just in this race, but anything in general. So, if you have any questions, just go ahead and I'll be happy to entertain. So, for those of you who are interested in something a little bit more competitive in the esports side of things for Gran Turismo, surprise, surprise, the official season is actually a stone's throw away. The official online qualifiers, as they phrase it, is happening on April 17th. So those of you who are itching to make a name for himself or even represent Malaysia, they go ahead and prepare yourself in the upcoming 2 weeks, because that's where all the battle will definitely play out. Apart from that, we recently had a new update here where they introduced a few stuff. Three new cars. the Lamborghini Urus, the Toyota GT1, and one more is the Audi R8. I forgot the official term of it. It's the new Audi R8. One thing that PD kind of like slightly messed up a bit for this update is on the fact of the balance of performance. A lot of cars kind of regain their life a little bit, but some other cars, unfortunately, well, some is fortunately, but they kind of like a very big bop update, which I'm talking specifically the Ford GT LM Spec 2 test car. For some reason, I don't know how, but I think one of the people at PD in charge for balance of performance, they forgot, or they slightly just what was it again? Mistyped, or maybe made the balance of performance wrong for that car. So that car is currently the fastest Group 3 car around, and by a long shot. It's basically almost like a Group 2 car per se. Why do I say that? Because remember when Daily Racy had a small correction? Initially, it was open to all Group 3 cars, and now for some reason, only a select cars, well, all except the Ford GT LM Spec 2 test car, are able to be chosen. Because I can attest to that. I was able to put in a few laps with the Ford GT test car, and the fastest time ever at that point of time was a 2:15.1 around Spa. But once I did it, I did a 2:13.9, so that speaks volumes. Chip Paul into the pits with 12 minutes on the clock. Looks like Pasilla SV extends his... ooh, interesting. Looks like the GTR has better tire wear for now. So Chip Paul extends his stint. Simon Fang already much worse tire wear than Chip Paul. But Chip Paul has jet into the pits. That means Ilva Gunners will relinquish his first position. And is currently ahead of Jamhuri by 8 seconds. Chip Paul are only just into the pits and change his tires. Where does he come out? Chip Paul in third position, just behind Ilgan. So definitely a big development here. With official Jamhuri doesn't really leveraging in his tires. But then again, Chip Paul is on the racing hearts. So these two will definitely come together between official Jamhuri and Chip Paul, as he is now on the racing mediums. Meanwhile, Eva Gunners relishing his position right now, doing very well in second position for now, but technically in terms of net position, he is currently in first, as Pasilla SV has yet to come into the pits to change for his racing hearts. So here we have the GTR still out on track. Very good looking car. It's a big car nevertheless, but still a good car nevertheless. It's like the leader riding the banks of Daytona. Doesn't look like he's coming to the pits just yet. He seems to be very comfortable with racing mediums for now. Maybe in a final few laps. We'll see. So right now, Evil Gunners comes across the line. But the 46.9, the wins are picking up, but I'm not sure. I think he lost it somewhere. Maybe he had to serve a penalty in the prior lap. Wait a minute. Is it just me? Or for some reason, Jamhuri drops into 5th? Wasn't he ahead of Simon Fang? Looks like something really did happen. And now Simon Fang is up into 4th position. Interesting. So right now, the top runners, we have Pasilla SV coming in later for Racing Hearts. He's improving his time. That's interesting. And Evil Gunners probably is going to take the win for now. But Chip Paul and Simon Fang both on the Racing Hearts. And Jamhuri, he might have... Yep, he had a mistake just now. His prior lap was a 1 minute 57. So he either crashed out, he went onto the grass, and he's definitely lost 10 seconds of ground. So not only he lost his podium position, he's now in 5th. Fastest lap as of speaking. These two guys are on racing hearts, but now time is ticking with about less than 9 minutes on the clock. Can Jamhuri avenge himself from his mistake and at least gain, if not one, if not two, one more position against Simon Fang? Will it be enough? He does seems to be improving on his time. As Simon Fang and Chip Paul seems to be stationary in terms of the gap. But look at this, Basilas SV extending his stint. But judging from the times, he is about close to 10 seconds ahead of Chip Paul. Sorry, 20 seconds. So I'm not sure 20 seconds is the magical number we are looking here in terms of pit stop time. But we'll see. If you look at some of the time from other people, we have here, see lap number 10 there from Chip Paul. I'm guessing that's his in lap. So it takes about 22 seconds to do a pit stop. So Pasila SV might have just extended his stint a bit too long. So he'll probably drop back behind Chip Paul to gain third position. But still, that's quite good. So now Pasila SV meeting a back marker, Kylie San. We haven't seen him in a while. Looks like he's still at the back here enjoying his time, but he gets himself a penalty, so he will need to serve it anytime soon. Jipang Manjari here in 8th behind the American. From 1 second becomes 2, so I don't know why Kylie San gains more penalty then. And now Pasila SB into the pits for his mandatory tire change. Where will he emerge against Chip Paul? This will be interesting. I think he will emerge behind Chip Paul. And after that, there won't be any much of a position change because the tire wear on the racing hard doesn't seem to be significant. But I think he will emerge just behind Chip Paul and ahead of Simon Fan. Let's take a look. There you go. Chip Paul now goes up into second position. Jamhuri comes across the line. But as you can see, like I said, Pasila SV now into third position. Very good effort by Pasila SV. By using the racing mediums, he avoids any major contention by going up the field and just focuses on his pace. And because of that, he goes up into third position. Very good effort here by Pasila SV. Meanwhile, probably the big oomph of the day is official Jamhuri. His best efforts so far nets him a position gain against Simon Fang. Does he have enough momentum to try and catch up Pasila SV here on the racing cards? For comparison, I think Pasila SV and Chip Paul have similar pace. So judging from the times, looks like both of them will be clocking 48 flats. So with 5 minutes to go, it seems to be sort of a long shot from official Jamhuri to try and chase Pasila SV, but who knows? Maybe something miracle happened. Maybe anything can happen between these two guys that can make Jamhuri goes up into the podium position, but we'll see. Meanwhile, Evil Gunners clearing the way in front of the pack with a very good lead of 11.5 seconds and maintaining a good pace of 46, now dropping onto the 47s. His right rear there is really hurting. That being said, it seems to be eating a bit too much. Now I'm concerned for Evil Gunners as to see whether he can survive on very much worn right rears there. It was so interesting towards the end of the race. Meanwhile, following him in suit is Kylie Sun, 29 in the GTR. Just getting to grips with the game and the car. And Jipang Manjari just cruising away at the back here with a 1 minute 49. Faizal Azizi tanya dah ada AI dekat Gran Turismo. AI tu apa Faizal? AI tu ada nama orang ke AI? The American Jimmy Johns Ford here. The name his name using another manufacturer for, but using a Porsche, so that is a bit contradicting. But here in the Porsche, just runs wide onto Tunis one there. Then Ice Bear now on the racing mediums. Like the tires are holding up quite well, although he pitted quite late to be honest at lap 8, so only just a few laps here. Sony Kazu Wicked, congrats Mr. AI. Sedikit terima kasih Encik Sony Wicked. Bagi aku yang bestnya, of course nama ada, tapi ada dua benda lain lah. Bagi aku yang I like the fact that I'm already in the game because of two things. Number one is that we have more Malaysian driver AI in the game, so Malaysia #Malaysia represent, yeah. But secondly, is that I just like to have like some sort of contribution to my dad. Since now I can put my dad's name front and center into the game. So if you see my AI, it's not Iqbal Suji, it's I.Suji. So it's more of me, bit of a contribution to my dad for his, for him just bringing me up to be who I am today. So having him in the game, some form of token, some form of tribute to him. Meanwhile, in the foreground, official Jamhuri picks up half a second penalty, so his race seems to be done and dusted to be fourth position here, so it doesn't really make any amens to himself. Faizal Azizi, AI tu pacik icap vet kat PD naik motor. Ingat-ingat sikit. Betul lah Faizal, aku rasa pakcik tu dia tu AI. Rasa manusia biasa tak lewat macam tu tu. Dia hisap sebelah tu, dia puak kat sebelah, mulut sebelah tu, lain macam. Meanwhile, for top 3 here, doing a lovely job. Whoa, okay, like I said, I knew that he has gonna be facing a bit of a trouble, but now Evil Gun is on very, very worn right rears there. So let's see how it is. This is definitely a good showing here by Evil Gunners. It's a risky strategy going quite early, but it does pay dividends. But now, the risk has come. He's already on the final lap, and he has good gap to a second position, but that doesn't take away from the challenge of driving on truly, truly red tires there. So let's see how he does it with an on-bar. Going to turn 1, this is the major hurdle from him. He's got a bit of a shake from him. Throughout the corner, he is struggling with the car, but he keeps it on the road. Very well done there by Evil Gunners. Coming onto this hairpin. Plays around with the throttle. Looks like his tires are really, really struggling here, but he keeps it on the road, just making sure that he doesn't make any silly mistake to just bring in the win. Already down by 1.3 seconds. As you can see that he adopts a different line to adapt to his one tires. Usually you want to make a very smooth, slightly curved racing line to have a better entry into the corner, but because of his one tires, he really straightens the car up, and even then, his car is wiggling around all over the place. So he is already losing time to Chip Paul by 1 second, but like I said, it's already enough for him to secure the win. Evil Gunners, in qualifying, he does second position, and is involved in a big tussle from position here. From second, he drops down to 5th, but takes a big gamble by pitching early from his hards to the mediums and focuses on his pace. Currently holding the fastest lap of the race in 1st position and already passed bus stop. And right now, he is definitely in it to win it. Evil Gunners 47, after a miraculous pit stop there with brilliant strategy and some very dangerous tire conservation, he comes home to win round 3 of Ramadan TIBA 2024. Congratulations to Evil Gunners with a gap of 10 seconds to second position. You are truly one of a kind. Coming home into second, Chip Paul in the Mazda. A very good and tremendous effort from the middle of the pack to climb into second. And Pasila SB! We missed it just now. Jamhuri almost snatches third position from Pasila SV. But unfortunately, that's not enough. Side by side onto the start finishing line. Jamhuri almost closing in on third position, but it's not enough. That penalty really did hurt him, and unfortunately for him, fourth place is all that he could have. Meanwhile, Simon Fan comes home into fifth position, Ice Bear into sixth, and the American in seventh position. Running out the table, Jipan Majori in eighth, and Kaili-san in ninth. But again, the man of the day, Evil Gunners, with his very, very worn tires, takes home first position. Congratulations to Evil Gunners 47. You are the winner of Ramadan TIBA 2024 Round 3. So that is, ladies and gentlemen, the official results for this round. First position with fastest lap to boot, Evil Gunners 47 with his 4C and miraculous tire consumption manages to take P1. Second place goes to Chip Paw in his RX Vision, starting from the middle of the pack and climbs into second position with Pasilla SB in third. But that was not all, as Jamhuri comes very close into third position with a gap of 0.1 second between the two of them. We're gonna really take a good look in the replay as to see how that comes up. Summer Fang in fifth position with Ice Bear in sixth, Jimmy Johns 4 in seventh with Jipang Majuri in eighth, and running out of grip, Kylie-san in ninth position in the GTR. So lovely race by everyone. That big development overall. It's a shame that Jamhuri couldn't convert his pole to victory, but there will be another day. That will be another round. So thanks everyone for coming in. We'll be taking a small look at the replay to see what happened in the final few moments of the race there, and how that Jamhuri almost stole third position, but it was not enough. Right. Very good drive. Yes, I agree, Sonikazu. Very good drive from all the drivers. I gotta say, throughout the grid, there will always be some sort of battle going on. And it's been evident ever since round 1. That round 1, there's always contention. Round 2, there's contention. Round 3, there's also contention. It's not as much as round 2, but early in the race, there's a 5-way tussle for P1 with different strategies, different pace. It was very interesting, and some very big risks being taken, especially by Evil Gunners just now. So very good strategizing and some balls deep risk taking happened just now. So we're just gonna take a small look at just one thing, which is what really happened towards the very end there between Jamhuri and I think it was Pasilas. It was a very good contention between both of them. So the race started at sunset with a restart just now, and it ended. The race ended into the night. So this might need take some button pressing going on, because I don't know why they don't allow for a lap to be chosen. I'm guessing that's because I'm not in the race. I guess when you are in the actively participating in the race, then you can jump by lap. But if you're just a spectator, then you can't really jump from lap to lap. So I think that's one thing that PD just didn't think of putting in. Right. So let's see. Jamhuri goes wide here, right? So definitely could have gained more time through there. His tire is still fresh, so I think in terms of strategy, he does pit in relatively late. He can definitely pit in about 3 to 4 laps earlier. As you can see, he's already within the size of Pasilla SV. He's actually quite far. So I wonder what really happened for Jamhuri to quickly close the gap to Pasilla SV here. Let's take a look on the third person view. So he has good straight line. I guess Pasilla SV couldn't really go through the bus stop that quickly. Yeah, he was taking it a bit easy. Jamhuri was definitely feeling a bit brave there. And not only that, he has good slipstream. So unfortunately, let's see. Pasilla SV tries to break off the toe, but again, this is the banking, so Jamhuri still gets the toe there. So as you can see, he's already closing out really quickly, but unfortunately, it's not enough. It's not enough for Jamhuri to take it. As you can see them. It's about 1 car width of Pasilla SV. Just about there. There you go. So if Jamhuri quit, I probably just tied up his lines a bit after that mistake. He probably could have snatched it. But alas, Pasilla SV is the winner here with, despite a slower pace, he has consistent pace, which is more important than being fast overall. He has consistent pace and was able to keep out of trouble most of the time. So his strategy paid off in that aspect. So congratulations. All right. So with that being said, that probably concludes for tonight's race. It's another round here during the blessed month of Ramadan, and it was good to see the drivers keep improving themselves in terms of pace and strategy. So I like to see the fact not only that in terms of race pace, but everyone was also very good in terms of strategizing. Evil Gunners knows his very limits. For others, probably a bit more. They can try to be a bit more risky, maybe in terms of exploiting how much of the tire life they can put in. But again, I guess with more practice, that will come to fruition. So there I am, guys. Finally in the game after a long time coming. This is not just a testament from me, but it's a testament to my family and also a representation of what we Malaysia can do. So this also out to you guys out there. With that, guys, thank you for joining into the stream. Tune in for our next round next Friday, and we'll be going to Le Mans, where we'll be definitely encountering dynamic weather. So that will be something very interesting to watch later on. But till then, this has been me, Iqbal Suji. Thanks everyone for coming by and joining the race. Till then, take care. Have a blessed Ramadan. Stay tuned. Good night.